So reality has finally reigned on Donald Trump's military parade, as the estimated cost has forced the president to cancel that event. Now, the parade, of course, which at one point was estimated only to cost about $12 million, that's official White House figures, saying, oh yeah, this was Stephen Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary, saying, it'll cost somewhere between $12 to $30 million, give or take a few million. Turns out, no, it's actually gonna cost a lot more than that. Turns out about 80 million more. Wow. Now, how did that happen? Well, it turns out that that $92 million cost estimate included security, transportation, parade assets, transportation of parade assets, aircraft, as well as temporary duty for troops. Now, this is according to the Department of Defense. So they came up with these figures and they're like, it's going to be about $90 million. And according to a U.S. defense official who was unnamed, those plans included approximately 8 tanks as well as other armored vehicles, including Bradley Strykers and M113s. Now, of course, instead of Donald Trump saying, no, we're going to still do it, even though it's a little pricey, it's worth it. It's worth it. That's what we're going to do. No, he decides to tweet this. The local politicians who run D.C. poorly know a windfall when they see it. When asked to give us a price for holding a great celebratory military parade, they wanted a number so ridiculously high that I canceled it. Never let someone hold you up. I will instead attend the big parade already scheduled at Andrews Air Force Base on a different date and go to the Paris parade, celebrating the end of the war on November 11th. Maybe we will do something next year in D.C. when the cost comes way down. Now we can buy some more jet fighters. Well, leave it to Donald Trump to find the apparent silver lining in that, which is buying more costly, wasteful jet fighters that we don't actually fucking need. Oh, by the way, the F-35 cost $94 million. Oops. You can almost buy one with the cost of the parade. You're just $2 million shy, dude. Or, you know, what you could do, actually, instead of buying a jet with the money that you'll save, maybe you should actually fix Flint's water so that they no longer drink poison water. That would be great. But, of course, Flint, a lot of black people there, doesn't really care about that. I detect a slight hint of bitterness in those tweets, by the way, because, look, here's what Trump wants to do. He wanted this parade so that he could basically have a giant penis-stroking show of force. He thinks it makes him look strong. He saw Kim Jong-un do it, and he's like, oh, Kim Jong-un, so strong. So strong, I want to be like him and have a military parade that shows off my big, giant phallic missiles. It's incredibly transparent. We know what this is about. But not only is it transparent, but the entire idea of a military parade is absolutely wasteful. And look, back to the DC politicians, right? Because that's who he blames. Of course, it's not his fault for, you know, planning a gigantically expensive military parade. Which, by the way, that $92 million, that's an estimate based on what the kind of parameters Donald Trump himself set. I want this and I want this and I want these vehicles. I want tanks and everything. Okay, well, if you want to get that, then you're going to have to pay quite a bit of money. It's going to cost a lot. Because, again, you've got all these logistics and you've got to shift resources, et cetera, right? So there's that. Instead of that, of course, he blames DC's mayor. Now, DC's mayor is a Democrat. Now, she decided that she wanted to weigh in, and her name is Muriel Bowser. Now, she tweets in, yep, I'm Muriel Bowser, mayor of Washington, D.C., the local politician who finally got through to the reality star in the White House with the realities, $21.6 million, of parades, events, demonstrations in Trump's America. Sad. Now, what does that $21.6 million refer to? I don't know. In fact, nobody knows, except for Muriel Bowser and So far, efforts to reach out to her to explain that part have gone unanswered. But to me, that doesn't really matter. So here's the thing. No matter how much it costs, 12 million, 30 million, 21.6 million, 90 million, it's a waste. It's not only a waste of time, it's a waste of money. Now, money that could actually be used to help, I don't know, maybe the veterans. I mean, that would be great. The VA needs a lot of help. It needs to be properly funded. You also have, again, that costs the military parade, even at the 12 million figure, I think could have been used to replace all the water pipes in Flint. It's not just those different things, right? There's actually a ton of better places, better uses for that money than just spending it on Donald Trump's incredibly fragile, childish ego. Maybe we should do that instead. Just saying. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.